There was this guy and this girl, and they wanted to make a podcast, and they didn't know what to call it, but they sure talked a lot, so they said, let's call it Flappity Flap, Flappity Flap Podcast. Yeah. Welcome to Flappity Flap Podcast with your hosts, Brandon and Sarah.
It's so weird.
It is.
I don't.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't. I don't know if I'll be able to get used to
You're
this.
like a little boy with like a, new lolly, a new toy.
Well, and my voice is kind of bassy, so.
Sexy. It's sexy.
But I'm hearing it.
Yeah.
Through my head.
Yeah.
I think more than you. Whereas you're not that high.
I'm way up here.
How high is your voice?
I haven't measured it before.
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 Stupid chair. So we're trying out our, this is our second go at trying out our new microphones plus pop filters plus. Then I went a little overboard. One of the podcast tip videos said, because there was a t and a p, tip. Anyway.
I don't understand.
It just plosives, I guess. It made me very plosive conscious. Learning all the terms.
Plosives?
Yeah.
Like Point Pleasant Police Department?
Exactly. Yeah, we could do our own version of that. Just ruin all the equipment. But So one of the things said, don't go overboard on thinking you have to get all of the best equipment in order to like get started. Well, we've been doing it for a little while. We've done a few episodes. We had our Samson Meteor mic. We were in the closet. Then I was like, I really want better mics and pop filters. And I really do like sound. Someone posted recently, I will listen to something that has crappy sound if the content is good. And I said, I'm the opposite. I'm not the opposite. Like, I don't want crappy content, but I'm much more about kind of the...
It might be good for you to take a drink. I'm sorry to interrupt you. But there's...
Sensual. Well,
maybe it's just because
it's so hard.
Maybe it's just because you're in my ears practically. So I can hear every little like...
What if I back off? Because last time I was too quiet. My audio was much quieter than yours.
I think I'm just having trouble with this.
I'm glad I didn't smoke a doob because...
The headphones.
Well, it might have been better. I'd be probably less spitty, but I'd be the opposite. I'd be like having to lick my lips a lot.
Oh no, you'd be making more. You'd be making
yeah, I guess because your tongue gets stuck. Anyway, so then I wanted the new mics because I'm all about good sound. I really like good sound, but also so I want to feel like someone's really close in my ear, but I also then don't want to hear all the freaking mouth sounds. So apologies, we're tweaking this, but then we got the mic stands with the boom arms. Then I had to get the headphones so we could listen. Then we realized we need a splitter so we can... So I went a bit overboard, but it's okay.
Well, I mean, compared to where we were,
right,
which is just like in a closet with a tiny mic leaning over a table.
Right. But then I just observed this setup.
Sorry.
Was...
I'm going to move.
Okay.
And
so try not
to whap you. Are you okay?
Yeah, just bumping.
There's too
bumping booms.
There's too much stuff.
Mm-hmm. I bet a burp would sound amazing.
Bumping booms.
I've got one possibly coming up.
Queued up.
Yeah. So. Shit, that's not fair. You stole my thunder.
Sorry. Go for it.
No, it went away. You scared it away. It crept back into my throat. So, yeah. So I think the setup, as nice as it is just as time consuming, if not more, than the closet setting up and breaking down, because the mics with the booms and the stands are huge. The little box, the little red box, the Focusrite. Oh, that was the other thing, the audio interface, because I didn't just want a USB mic. So I did go a bit overboard, but that is because sound is important to me. So hopefully we get it right. We will continue to tweak. Please forgive the imperfect sound.
Any kind of noises.
Yeah, you can't. If you're going to do one for comedy or for like impact, like do a good one. But I don't think it's excusable for you to do the little ones that are just like, I just ate and I'm digesting.
I think it's from the LaCroix.
Make it good. Or don't make it at all.
Sorry.
Get those boogers. Get them.
So what do you want to talk about?
Kill them.
What do you want to talk about today?
What do you want to talk about today? Well, I had a cool story I wanted to share before we get into the main content
Into
of
the
our
nitty-gritty,
episode.
into the meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes. Meat and taters. This story is probably not going to be as fun. I mean, you already heard it, but the listeners haven't heard it.
Tell us.
The kitty. So there's a kitty cat who lives around here. I don't know who it belongs to. It's a black kitty cat. So I don't think I'm superstitious, but there is like a level of me that's like, you fucker.
Stupid stitious.
So he's occasionally up in our... I'm fine, thanks. He's occasionally up in our yard.
Are you sure you're okay? I'm fine, thanks.
Like when I wake up in the middle of the night with reflux or whatever. Is it reflux? Yeah. And I'm like choking on my own bile. I'm like...
It's always fun.
Yeah. So this kitty cat is around sometimes and I get annoyed and, you know, I'm not into abusing animals, but I'm not really into cats. So there's squirrels across the way in the neighbor's hill.
I'm not really into abusing animals, but, you know, I hate cats
No, I
so
just
much.
don't really tolerate them. Like, I won't hurt them, but I will fuck with them a little bit if I can. Like, in terms of just, like, shoo, scat, spray you with water, whatever. But I wouldn't ever do anything that, like, permanently harmed them. So there's squirrels across the way, and they're in the trees. And sometimes from our balcony, we look right across to a certain level where they hang out, and they fight, and they scrounge for stuff. And so I see the cat across the way on the ground, and he's clearly, he or she is, let's call him a he, slinking, like stalking something. And I'm like, the only thing that I know that's in that area for sure is squirrels. A cat wouldn't go after a squirrel. Well, I'm looking up the hill to see what is it looking at, you know, and it is just like stock still in predatory stance. And I see this like bundle and I'm like, is that a squirrel tail? Like a gray squirrel.
A bundle?
A bundle, like a little bundle of what
like
could be
ball?
fur, but I didn't have my prescription glasses on. But it was stock still for like
we're
5
blind.
minutes, like the whole time. The whole time I'm peeing the dog, it's not moving. And I'm like, maybe it's standing still because it realizes the cat is there. Because for a minute I could hear like a noise and I think the squirrel was just doing its business and then maybe realized, but I'm like, I can't tell if it's a squirrel. So then I'm watching this cat. I'm like, that cat's going to go for it. He's just biding his time. And I really don't like cats. And between the squirrel and the cat, I root for the squirrel. So I walk out to the road and I'm just waiting, just seeing if no stirring, they don't notice me. So there's a lot of gravel on our road. So I just, in my flip-flop, and I just decide. It's kind of like when I've scared you a couple times where I'm just like.
Oh, I owe you still. I still owe you for
like that one time when I stood at the door and I was like really loud, like, psst.
Oh my
Sorry.
God, my ears. You startled Chuck.
Sorry. I'll have to tone that one down. But I scared you so hard.
Our dog in the corner is trying to sleep.
Oh.
And he just jumped.
I'm sorry.
I saw his back legs do a little kick.
It's hard to judge how loud it's going to be. That was pretty loud. But so I had that sense of anticipation and like anticipated pleasure. And
I wanted to punch.
I'm sorry.
I mean, not you,
It's too
but
late.
I just wanted
You
to
already
punch
put that out
anything that was making that noise because it was so loud. It was like when you are releasing air from an air compressor or something.
Air brakes on a big bus that you don't expect.
It was so loud.
I'm sorry. I was debating about how loud to make it, and I just was in like a button pushy mood. Anyway, so that's essentially what I did to this cat, only I just scraped my foot I jerked it very quickly and suddenly on the ground where the gravel and dirt is. So it kind of did this like, and just like, as anticipated, startled the crap out of it. The cat turns and looks at me, and the squirrel sees his opportunity and just makes a break for it. And I'm like, yes, You fucker. And that cat just stared at me. You son of a bitch.
It was probably just like, what are you doing? It probably thought you were going to come after it.
I think initially it was startled and like, what was that? And then was like, you fucker, you asshole. I am coming for you later, you know?
The predator becomes the prey.
Predated. Oh, yeah.
Predated. The predator becomes the predated. I like that.
But it gave me so much pleasure to just fuck with this plan of this cat who like could not probably take down a squirrel anyway.
No, I bet it could. Asleep. It's the simple things.
But I was like, as much as squirrels, I'm sure they do annoying stuff or can wreak some kind of havoc, and I'm probably going to get like payback for that. But they're cute and they just chitter away and they're looking for nuts and junk. And I was like, screw you, buddy.
And cats are like, most of the time they have a family.
Yeah.
At least here.
Yeah.
Around here, there aren't really many strays. They're probably well fed.
Yeah.
It's like, you fat effing F. You don't need to be out catching birds and...
That's like trophy hunting. You're hunting for sport, and I don't approve. If that cat looked underfed, I'd be like, all right, good luck. But it's
like when a dog like eats a chicken. It's like, you fat asshole. What are you doing?
You're a real animal lover. Yeah.
I like animals.
I guess you like the chicken.
But I don't like when it's... You know, I mean, I guess it's in their nature, but it's like, man, you're well fed, you fat pig. Why do you need to be killing chickens and squirrels and
cute stuff?
Just anything, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
think if
you're
our
well fed.
Neighborhood was overrun by squirrels, that'd be different, and I'd be like, yeah, that's fair. You know, but I think there's only a few, and they're, you know, like I just thought.
They don't do anything. They eat.
I thought, you don't need this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck with you. It was so much fun. It was like,
you're funny.
Literally the highlight of my day.
Really?
Literally, it was figuratively the highlight of my day.
That good of a day, huh?
Well, after that, it was tile shopping for several hours, so there, you know, it wasn't a tough competition.
Oh man.
No, I mean the final outcome of the bathroom tile will be good, but that was way funner, scaring that cat and watching him go like, what the fuck was that? And then watching the squirrel go ah, and just take off. Freedom. I was happy.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's my story, y'all. Tell me what you think in the comments, but only if it's good feedback.
But only if you're not going to be mean.
I don't want to hear your negativity. Only your praise of me. I can't handle it.
I don't like your boring cat squirrel story and your tiles and your...
You're just jealous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I lead a simple life.
You're just jealous of the most exciting day I've had. Oh my gosh.
Hey
now.
Yeah. It wasn't,
hey,
I think that the fact that it was like a simple pleasure. Like I fucked with an asshole cat and I saved a squirrel's life basically. Or at least saved it from a maiming. You know, or from a mild scratch or two.
Mm.
You know, I saved that squirrel an inconvenience.
Well, think about what Tina and Joel's cat did to that squirrel. I mean, that was like brutal. It was just like...
Toying with it.
And it's like, man, that's a life, you little piece of crap. What if I decided to toy with you and kick you right up the booty hole? You know? Mm-hmm. Like, I could. I'm bigger than you. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean I should, though. That's what makes cats assholes, is they do it just because they can, I think.
That's also what makes humans assholes.
But I think...
And a lot of other animals. But dolphins throwing friggin' otters around.
But there are a lot of humans that will not.
Yeah, that's true.
There are a lot of humans that will see a tiny little animal that they could easily destroy.
Right.
And they will help it. Like bees.
And those are the humans we like.
Yeah.
And we are.
Yeah.
I mean, you made me feel bad because I put one of those beetles in the toilet the other day.
Well, yeah.
And then I peed on him.
That is just like... that's disturbing.
I didn't do it.
And then I peed on him. I put him in the toilet and I peed on him.
I didn't pee on him like intentionally. I just didn't think it through. And you've been very good about helping me see. That wasn't said in pride. Okay, you made me feel bad about it afterwards. And I'm glad.
I didn't mean
Even though there's a million of those beetles around. They're called box elder beetles. We call them.
There's a million people. It doesn't mean you should.
Because, yeah, I know.
I don't think that you call them butt fuck bugs. You call them fuck bugs.
But they should be called butt fuck bugs because they're always attached to the butt.
Yeah, but, you know.
Do you have an issue with my...
Different meanings. Butt fuck.
Well, I don't know that they have vaginas. I mean,
I would think they do in some way because they push
maybe they have a
eggs
cloaca.
out. I don't know.
Love
I don't
that
know
word.
bug anatomy.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised at you. I just blew a tiny little bubble on accident on my tongue.
Cool.
So that was like my little intro story to get everyone warmed up, including us.
Do you have a better story?
Don't look so hopeful. How about the kamikaze frog that attacked my mother without provocation?
Oh, yeah.
She was like,
I
what the
wasn't there.
hell?
I wasn't there
What
for
the
that
hell?
either. I'm missing all the action. All this
I
action is
called
happening.
you. I think you were avoiding us because you were probably irritated because it was so noisy when we came home.
All this action is happening and I'm just missing it.
Like I said, I called you. But,
I was being
Yeah.
sarcastic.
oh, okay. Hey, that was good action. And you love frogs.
I do.
And he was pretty cool. He was pretty sizable. And he came flying out of the sky. And so she said, well, there you go. That's our next plague, Frogs.
That's not a bad plague.
Yeah, I never really understood that.
Unless they're man-eating frogs. Have you seen that movie?
Well, I remember seeing the pictures in the Children's Bible edition, and they weren't man-eating frogs. They were just frogs.
Oh.
And I consider that a reliable source.
I mean, if you were a Louisianan, you'd be happy, right? Because don't they eat frogs' legs?
Oh. I guess I could in a pinch if they taste like chicken.
I don't really like these headphones being on while I'm talking.
Okay, well, you can take them off. I don't think it's necessary.
I think I might prefer without.
Really?
Am I too loud?
No.
Okay.
Maybe the headphone volume, your headphone volume is turned up because you think you're just too bassy. Is that why?
The bass in my voice like rattles my head, or it reverberates through my head, and I just kind of hate it. I don't
Crazy.
know.
That's too bad. I'm sorry because I'm actually quite enjoying this experience.
It's distracting.
I think why I liked it is that you could catch my mouth sounds and tell me to stop or to take a drink.
I like being able to hear you
It's
really
really
clearly, but what I hear is like me. You done? What I hear.
It's so hard to not make weird random sounds when you don't realize all the weird sounds you make when you drink, when you swallow, when you talk.
That's true. So what I hear when I'm talking is me talking like normal, but then I hear and it's like I just can't focus.
I can't imagine why you wouldn't like that. Yeah. I mean, I'm just getting one layer of that from you. So I'm hearing mine and mine's higher. And then I'm getting a nice bassy sound from you. So
Okay.
it's a nice surround sound experience for me.
Good.
But anyway, so I was going to say sacrificial frogs, suicidal frogs,
Kamikaze frogs,
and squirrel rescues aside.
which means God wind or something, right?
What?
Kamikaze.
Oh,
Kami means
know.
God, and kaze means wind.
why would that be?
It's
word
Japanese.
that's used,
Remember the
though.
kamikaze pilots?
I know, but
I don't know. It probably means probably meant like breath of God or something. I don't
okay.
know. I don't know the
Weird.
history of it.
just to justify that action, God involvement.
Well, I mean, they
What were you saying?
They were doing it for their country.
I
so,
know. I don't be all defensive of
I'm not defensive.
Japan.
I'm just saying. I'm just explaining it. You fucking freak.
If you love Japan so much, why don't you marry it?
You're drunk. You're getting
I'm
drunk.
Not. I'm just kidding. I'm just loosening up because I was kind of tense from today. There's a lot of stuff going on with the house and like things up in the air. I am tense.
Squirrels and cats and frogs.
dogs and cats living
it's
together.
Crazy.
Mass hysteria. Yes.
What?
Ghostbusters.
Oh, how do I not remember that?
Because you haven't watched it 100 times like I have.
Yeah, I probably only watched it about 50 times. Wasn't enough. Also, I
You're
was
right.
like,
It wasn't.
also I was like 2 or something.
I'm pretty sure I was very young when that movie came out. It doesn't mean you can't watch it because it's still around.
Anyway,
I love you.
I love you too. You fucking.
So, let's talk about your game You're making awesome progress. Give us the lowdown. Give us the rundown.
It's moving along slowly, but moving along. There's a lot of stuff to do. I don't know. Have we talked about it yet?
I think very vaguely. I think you should kind of start from the beginning.
So the game Burgbarian is... So I originally drew this burger guy like years ago, a couple years ago. And it was in my simple drawings on ArtStation. And I decided I'm going to make him kind of like a barbarian. So I made Burgbarian on that classical Frank Frazetta type artwork. You know Frank Frazetta?
I feel like we've talked about him before, but I forgot.
He did all like the barbarian artwork and,
Like Conan the Barbarian? Okay.
I think so.
I mean, it's a very kind of, I don't want to say cliche, but just recognizable.
It's like that typical barbarian on the mountaintop with the,
Scantily clad
woman wrapped around his leg, and like he's like on a pile of skulls and stuff. It's like that type of thing. And there's lightning in the background. But so I drew that up and put it out there, and it was really well received. Like it got a lot of feedback. And one guy said, God, I forgot his name, but he said that I should make a game out of it.
Was he the guy who changed it to his profile pic?
No, he was a different guy.
Because that guy commented on, I think the post where I posted your haircut pictures.
Yeah,
he commented on that,
one.
and I was so confused for a second because his profile pic is Burgbarian, and his name is. Should I not say it? His profile name is just weird. It's like a single name, and it's an emotion or something.
Yeah,
it's like an adjective.
Yeah.
And
Oops, sorry.
I was like, oh yeah, this is a guy who. So he's not the one who bought it from you, or
who did what?
Did someone on Facebook buy Burgbarian, or did they buy Pagarius?
Somebody bought Burgbarian.
Oh, okay. So maybe it was a different guy though.
Yeah, that was a local guy.
But someone else loved it so much that he asked if he could make it his profile pic, and he has kept it. It's pretty cool.
A lot of people really liked it.
Yeah.
So I eventually figured, well, why don't I make a game out of it? And some guy, another guy, got in contact with me about, gosh, my brain is not working right now.
Do you need a drink?
No.
That help?
Maybe water, but...
You want some of this? Bubbly?
No, it's fine. But he got in contact with me about using the idea for a game, for like a private game. And I said it would be fine. And I think he was talking about making the artwork like the cover design. And I was like, sure, for a private thing.
Not for money making?
Not for money making.
Why would someone make a private game,
for that.
Though? Why would someone make a private...
I think like a student game, or, people do that. People make student games and, like...
They don't try to market it as a...
I don't know. If he does,
Lawsuit Central.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go around taking people's intellectual property and making stuff out of it. Like...
You just never know what people understand about the nuances or not nuances of that. Like, what does private mean? Like, I hope you understand that means you can't put it out there.
Well,
for money.
He was nice enough to contact me.
Yeah.
So I imagine if he's on that level, he's probably not going to like try to steal the idea and sell it.
Yeah, I would only be concerned because now you're making it as a game.
Yeah. I'm not super worried.
Okay.
But so yeah, now I'm making the game and doing all the animation and got Andy working on the programming. It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work.
Well, it kind of worked out because you've been friends with Andy on Facebook for a while, and
10 years apparently.
Yeah.
More than 10 years.
And I think you knew that he was doing some programming or coding, but he's kind of newish at it. But it was like, well, Brandon was kind of agonizing a little bit over, man, I need to find someone who can do this, but not like be paying through the nose because he can't afford that.
I was also more worried about trusting
Right.
someone
Someone you
like
don't know. Right.
someone I don't know, to pay them a lot and
Yeah.
possibly just get not good work out of them,
Mm-hmm.
which happens a lot.
Yeah. Or they just like, you know, maybe don't have integrity and just bill you for every last minute, even if like you just don't know. There's no way to track
Or they
it.
just take your idea.
Yeah. I think it would be pretty clear and easy to pursue that if it ever came out. But the nice thing about Andy is you guys have that level of trust, and
Yeah.
you can help him with illustrating or doing some stuff that he's doing, and then also pay him, and he's learning. But like, I mean, just so it's a side-scrolling game that's a burger barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to lay it out for everyone you
Oh.
know, who wields a French fry and a pickle shield. Is that okay? Is that too much detail?
No.
And then goes around slaying mold spores and various other villains, and collects coins and things. But so, you know, Brandon does the illustration and does little animations, and then Andy codes it, and it's, you know, sending little. It's just cool to see it coming together. I think that looking back on where you started just a few weeks or a couple months ago, you've come a long way already. And I know there's a lot to do, but the progress is crazy to see it already, and all the color when we see the snippets of, what do you call it? Animation, the snippets of game, you know, play. I don't know all
That's
the terms.
like the what would you call it? Preview? Previewing the game in Unity.
But it's pretty crazy to see how it's kind of going to look. And obviously it'll probably change a lot.
Yeah,
But
it will.
to see it in a kind of game format, from a single illustration to the sketches that you've done and all that, is pretty crazy. And the little attacks he does, it's like, I mean, you should be really happy with that.
Thanks. Yeah, I am. But, you know, it's like, it's easy to take for granted what you already have.
Yeah.
And, like, to be looking to the future and, like, man, I want to get this game done, you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it's fun. The
Yeah.
progress is fun, but it's just a weird, not clear-cut feeling for it. You know, like, I'm having fun, but I always feel like I haven't made enough progress on it. And
I mean, you spent a good portion of the day. I feel like you said yesterday you spent like 10 hours.
yeah, it was like all day yesterday.
I mean, you spent a lot of time in addition to, you know, throughout the week doing your other work. I think your focus is really good, and you're being diligent while being aware of not burning yourself out. I think you're at a good pace, and you're staying like self-motivated. And I think just it's good every once in a while to look back at where you were like a week or two ago and be like, damn.
Yeah, that's
And
really helpful.
I know anyone like with something that's a longer project, especially if you think it might make money in the future, like you're antsy about that. But I mean, you've made some real good progress
Yeah.
in a very short amount of time.
And you have to focus on quality. Like, as much as you want to finish the project today, as much as you want to get everything done and start, like, earning from it, hopefully, you have to, like, stop yourself and go, like, is the quality good enough? Because otherwise you're just going to be pumping out another crap
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
that nobody really cares about. It's going to be a big, goofy game.
It will be.
That was-
It will be.
It will be. Yes, I'm excited. So I have this idea I mean, it's kind of a spoiler, but you know, I have this idea for a boss that's a snail. Because the first level is going to be like a forest level. You're going to be bought because you're a burger. You're going to be in a bag, and then you slap your way, you know, out of the car. You get out of the car and you land on the first level, which is in the forest.
You slap your way out how?
Well, this kid is looking into the bag, all kind of evil, like.
As you do when you're about to eat a burger.
Yeah.
Can't wait to destroy you.
and he just gets slapped in the face with your sword fry, and then he just, he cocks his head back. The little boy cocks his head back, and he's just kind of out cold with his eyes X'd out. And then Bergbarian pops his head up and jumps out the window. And for that, I have to do parallax animation, which is where the background is moving at different times.
Right.
And you have to do like repeating backgrounds. And oh my gosh, it's kind of a headache. I like the animating of like movement, of like bodies and stuff. That's all fine. But the parallaxing background, it just gives me a damn headache. So anyway, you land on once you beat up this little boy and jump out of the car.
That you could knock someone out cold with a French fry. Mm-hmm. Like, damn.
Well, and the size ratio too, because you're gonna fight children in the game. So, but
good message.
So the size ratio will be like, you're a burger, but you're gonna be like half
the size of a child.
You're gonna be like half the height of a child, so
burger
you can beat them up.
Burger prevails over evil child. It's a good message. It's universal.
Well, you're gonna beat up a lot of things in this game.
Holy shit!
So the starting level is going to be like a forest, and there are crows and snails.
I don't know why I assumed the crow would be a good guy, because I really like crows. You're making him a bad guy?
A crow will eat the heck out of a hamburger. Are you kidding me? Cheeseburger. That's what he is. Bergbarian. So there's going to be a snail boss.
I'm a little conflicted about that.
Why? You're not going to kill anything. He's not going to kill anything. He's just going to beat up everybody.
Wow.
It'll be fine.
He's a brute.
He is. He's a barbarian. He's a Bergbarian, a burger barbarian. So anyway, there's a snail boss circling back yet again. I'm just kidding.
Eat my shorts. Eat my sharts.
I don't want to. Stop. Stop it.
My foot itches, so I'm rubbing, because they get swollen when I drink, and then they get itchy because poor circulation probably. So I'm itching them, and it's going.
Are you all right?
I'm done.
So snail boss, and it's going to. So there are going to be little snails that you can kill in one hit. Which I don't like killing snails, but they're going to be.
For a guy who doesn't like killing stuff, you're killing a lot of stuff.
I guess actually they are going to die.
It's like Barbarian is you.
I said things are going to get KO'd, but no, there's going to be death in the game.
Shit.
So anyway, there are little snails.
What's this game going to be rated?
Scooting around that you can jump on. And Andy's already programmed that.
I like the snail animation.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He eats and he moves at the same time. So I two birds with one stoned it.
Nice.
You don't have to.
I can eat and move at the same time. What's so special about that? Sorry. I didn't mean to take the wind out of your sails. I'm unique. Not everyone can do that.
I think most people can. Have you ever been to a fair?
Yeah.
That's like all
true.
people do there. At fairs. So anyway, there will be a boss snail that calls the baby snails, and she'll like stop attacking you, and she'll lift her head up and say attack and like wave her head left and right, and then little baby snails will scoot in.
That's so cool.
And you'll have to kill them while she's,
Kill baby snails. Holy shit. Like, have you listened to yourself?
They aren't actually baby snails. They're just,
Backtrack Central.
She's the big mama snail. And then she'll scoot around and bite at you or something. I haven't really figured that out yet. But then you can jump on her head and her little eye stalks will pull in. So I'm going to have to animate all of that.
So first you slaughter her progeny.
I don't know if they really are, though.
Stomp her eye stalks. This is a beautiful game. Is this for children?
It'll be for anybody. It's cartoon violence.
Rated E for extreme violence.
There's not going to be any blood. It'll all be very cartoony. It'll be like...
Well, that makes it okay.
It'll be like Cuphead level of violence. Probably even less Gory? Is Cuphead
Is
gory?
Cuphead gory? Blood spurting, arterial flow, arterial spray.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that now.
Disemboweling, beheadings.
That's good. Good shit.
Is it?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but I'm excited. I
be.
have a lot of plans for it. I've got a book that's quickly filling up, full of ideas and how to get them into play.
Sorry, it's the alcohol. It's not the content. It's kind of warm in here too. Losing oxygen.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
No, I'm
What
fine.
would wake you up?
Like I just said,
The little
it's
baby
warm.
falling asleep over here.
Here's the thing. I'm kind of boxed in by this microphone, and don't get your burp and your mouth on the filter. You
Sorry.
animal. I'm just a little boxed in, so I don't want to move. I could take the sweatshirt off, but I don't want to move.
Okay.
So-
Also, I think you're getting kind of drunk. Okay.
Just immediately. Okay, Chad
Chad?
from SNL. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Doorknob. Is that what he said? No, he says safety. Sorry.
No.
Safety.
That's so
That
gross.
farting game that apparently is in New York.
What?
Yeah. It's
I
apparently
thought that was an
people in
old
New
thing.
York know
I
about
thought
it.
you did it like in. Well, yeah, I'm sure it was a nationwide phenomenon.
Would you call it a phenomenon? It's a game where when somebody farts, the farter either has to say safety, or if somebody says doorknob before they say safety. I explain that really horribly.
What are the consequences if someone says doorknob before you say safety about your own fart?
They can punch you until you touch a doorknob. But it's like in
Damn.
the arm.
Who invented this?
I mean, maybe there are some more rough areas where
Yeah.
you get to punch wherever you want. But I mean, it's a fair game because, like, you farted in a public space.
I'm not surprised that this is a nationwide trend, let's say. But that was years ago, right? Like, I feel like I remember it when I was in high school.
Oh,
and
really?
I feel like I remember
I to
guy
this day
saying
will say safety.
you fart
When
very
I'm alone.
rarely then. Really? Oh my God, you're so conditioned. Because I feel like I've never heard you say that. So I think you've never farted in my presence. Except like right before I enter a room and then you go like, don't come in here.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a sec.
Well, because it's not cool. I don't like farting around people the same way I don't
Neither
like
do I.
being farted around. Farted
I think you
around
just-
by. Farted. I don't like when people fart near me. That's, yeah.
Do you ever wonder if Stephen Hawking, did he die? If he ever had conversations like this?
I think,
Meandering fart related logic, attempts at logic.
I'm sure he has.
Can you do
Right.
the voice and restate that farty thing you just said?
I can't do the
Oh.
robot voice. Can you? Try it. Go.
No.
Go. Do it.
The mysteries of the universe. I don't know.
That wasn't bad.
Thanks. That wasn't shit. It wasn't horrible. I'll practice.
Come on.
You have
you went into it
Arnold-
acting like you
I
had
know.
no confidence, and then you did
You
a good
have
job.
Arnold and you have Owen Wilson and you have...
Everybody has
else?
Arnold and Owen Wilson. They're
I
like
don't.
the easiest to
I don't.
impersonate.
I'll perfect my Stephen Hawking. Although I think he died.
Stephen
on.
Hawking. Oh, why did I think I heard Christopher Walken when you said Stephen Hawking?
So you thought that
thought-
impression was a decent Christopher Walken?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just now
Okay.
when you said he died. Wow, we are not on the same level.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, what? He died?
No.
Are you-
no.
oh, yeah?
No. My sister sent me a picture of something she cooked.
Oh. Oh yeah. Send some of that my way.
What?
I don't know. Just
What am I
making
looking
fun
up?
of you.
Stephen
Stephen Hawking
PH?
still alive.
I'll just look
And
up
that's
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen.
Oh yeah, he died March 2018.
Oh.
He's just such a powerful presence that you're like, is he still around?
Well, I think there were rumors that he had died before, and so that's probably where my confusion is coming from. I had thought he was died. I had thought he was dead in like 2015, 2010 because of the internet,
Yeah.
probably. Like that post about Chuck Norris,
Oh, yep.
where it's like, why do you make this?
It was good though. It got me. It got me.
You're playing with reality.
A Chuck Norris joke.
Sickness.
But I fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker until like the last line.
You're gonna have to bleep that.
Oh,
If we put it
God
on
damn it.
YouTube, not allowed to talk about
Sickness.
I mean, damn it. Not allowed to talk about
I don't want to have to bleep this shit.
the
We're not-
Backstreet Boys
Here's the thing.
reunion tour.
So if you get like the whatever amount of views that you need to start monetizing, then do all your videos have the potential to be monetized? Like that you've already done or any going forward?
I don't actually know.
So-
I assume you can monetize any of them.
I don't have any hopes anytime soon or
No,
necessarily
we're a
ever.
long way off.
But
With
so
our
I'm fine
9
with letting this
With
you
our
know,
9 subscribers and our
exactly
2
holding
engaged,
steady,
our 2 engaged
right?
subscribers.
Holding steady for 9 weeks or 9 subscribers. I don't know. The other day I panicked because it said like 5 or something. I was like, "Fuck! Did
We
lose
lost 4 people. That's half our fan base.
So, yeah. But what were we talking about? Chuck Norris. We rubbed elbows with him nearly from across the room at the Tides restaurant.
If that was even him,
Come
it
on.
looked like him.
Come
it
on,
looked
though.
just like him.
Wait, where does he live? Did
That's
we ever
what we
look
should
that
talk
up?
about. We should talk about famous people we've met.
Famous sightings.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I have met a good little chunkly sum of some famous
Chick
people.
Norris. I didn't mean to.
Chick Norris?
It's just how my thing types. Let's see. Where does he live?
I'll bet there's some like weird photoshopped things.
Chick Norris.
Yeah.
We could put it up as part of the. Hold on. That has become more important all of a sudden. Chick Norris and his batch.
Ugh.
Ugh.
So that's from a Mystery Science Theater. Or wait, no. Riff Tracks.
Basically.
Where
yeah.
they were watching a Chuck Norris movie and he kept doing this move where he would put his foot up on a chair or stool when he was talking to someone.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike was like, "Mind if I spread my batch?" Ow.
What
That was
happened?
my jaw.
You open your mouth too wide?
Did you hear that pop?
You have TMJ?
I think I do. But, yeah, he was like, "Mind if I spread my man batch?"
It's a beloved joke now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see your batch. Ooh, showing off your batch, eh?
It's such a horrible
It was
word.
such a fun. I don't know what that movie was. It was so fun yet so cringy, as so many of them are.
He kept putting his crotch in people's faces.
That's what my old boss used to do. Is like put his leg way up on this high desk, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
It's perfect for a nut shot.
I should have done that.
You
Not
may
to
have
Chuck Norris, but yeah.
you may have lost your job, but it would have been satisfying. So, you know,
He probably would have liked it. He was gonna.
ew.
It's fine.
How
Norris.
do we
So,
move on from this?
We were eating at the Tides restaurant, I think, or the Wharf.
In Bodega.
Yeah.
In Bodegas.
And we're pretty sure we saw Chuck
It looked
Norris.
just like him.
I didn't want to look directly at him because I'm not into that.
I don't think I had my glasses.
Oh.
Yeah, it's nice to not
Totally
harass
not
people.
him. Oh, I was gonna look to see where he lived, but I got distracted by Chick Norris and then talk of Chuck Norris's batch. And
Okay.
his brush with death with fake.
Well, I think he probably lives in California.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Yeah, I think a lot of the Bruce Lee movies were filmed in California, right? Maybe? Or maybe just the one. Or maybe not at all. I have no idea.
I can't keep up.
I can't keep up either. I don't know what
For
what I'm
once,
talking
you're
about.
outpacing me, and I don't mean that. I mean just because I'm usually blabbity blabbity blabbity.
And my mouth is outpacing my brain because I don't think any of what I just said is accurate. So
I think there's nothing wrong with a little reckless speculation.
I don't know if that's really true.
I know.
Think about Trump.
I know.
Okay. Probably another keyword.
I know. In our last video, I foolishly titled "Keep Trump Out of the Bedroom."
Yep. It's a thing you got to do. Keep him out of any bedroom.
Ugh. My brain does things I don't need it to do.
Like takes Trump into the bedroom.
Oh. Anyway, sorry, that was really loud. If you had your headphones on, you would know. You would know.
So moving on, what do you want to talk about?
Moving on, your favorite phrase. What's my favorite phrase?
Anyway?
Yeah, it really is. Good call.
Oops.
I don't know. I kind of lost steam after Chuck Norris's batch and Trump in the bedroom. Like, what's a positive thing we can put to, like, you know, wash, do like a palate cleanse? That orange juice and vodka is like filling my mouth with juices. What do you want to do tonight? What's our thing we're going to do since we have the house to ourselves? Play some Halo? Get nasty with the Halo gameplay?
Get nasty. Well, I'm
Get
always
hardcore on some
getting nasty with that.
Minecraft?
Cursing. I get so cursy when I play video games.
You do. You get ragey. I feel like we need to have a rule that when you get kind of out of control, I just have to shut the game off because it's the only way you'll learn.
That sucks. I hate that idea.
Well,
I think that would make me more mad.
But maybe you would check yourself before you wreck yourself with your anger.
I don't know about that. I think maybe
This isn't a democracy. You don't get to vote on that. Not in this relationship. I'm just kidding.
Pull this back
don't.
and then drop it into your face.
Don't, only because I'm more worried about the equipment than about my precious face.
You're so weird.
I know. I feel like King of the Hill might be in order tonight.
Okay.
And I've been binge watching Broadchurch. I might need to finish that. And season 3 of Dark is out on Netflix. Watch it.
Oh my gosh.
If you dare.
Speaking of Netflix, I'm sorry to deviate from your song.
Yeah, thanks for acknowledging.
Talking about your favorite show on Earth. But we tried, what was that Hulu or Netflix show that was made by the Robot Chicken creators?
Yeah. The Knights, the
Crossing Swords or something?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Which is a dick joke in and of itself. That show sucked so bad.
I mean, did we even watch a full episode?
I think we watched a little more than half of an episode.
Yeah.
And it was just awful.
I mean, we compared it to watching, what was the Matt Groening, whatever his name is.
Yeah, the Netflix
fantasy
series.
Kind of Disenchanted.
Mm-hmm.
We compared it to that because you have these creators, and I don't know if they're producers, the same creators, whatever, you know, and so you have this show and you're like, oh my gosh, it's by these guys, it's going to be awesome. But either, you know, I think sometimes just timing can be off, or you kind of get burnt out on doing a thing, or maybe because you have such a reputation and such a following, you get a little complacent. And like, again, it's so much easier to tear people down who are creating something, you know, than to actually create it yourself. I understand that. But it was so kind of lazy. Like, you can't just have fun animation carry a show. Like, you still have to have decent, original, clever writing. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Robot Chicken was a lot of snippets, but it was funny in how it, you know, goofed on movies
everything.
Or shows or politics.
It was a very colorful show.
Yeah.
That was full of all kinds of fun, dumb stuff. It kind of had something for everyone in it. But this is just like
sometimes
crass.
It fell flat, but then you would immediately move on to the next thing. And I just thought it was so delightful. Mm-hmm. And this was just not. It was just easy kind of
crass, just
dick jokes.
Dick jokes
all over the place. Mm-hmm. Gratuitous use of swear words, which just because you're a little clay person or whatever kind of animation it is, doesn't make it funny. They did that in Team America. They did that in animation before that. It doesn't make it funny.
But Team America also had like genuinely funny like slapstick stuff and like funny edgy jokes, like when they
Yeah.
just taped a bunch of hair or glued a bunch of
Yeah.
hair to the guy's
Was it
face
pubic
and
hair?
painted him brown.
Yeah.
I mean, that
And then
was
they're like, give us a signal or something, and he's in the back of the truck going like
waving around.
his arms.
Well, that was the signal, I think. That was a good movie.
There were parts of it that were still disappointing because they were a little bit like that, like, oh, just because we're making puppets crass, it's funny. But it was still way funnier than this. And we've only watched one episode, but typically you get an idea.
Yeah.
Like maybe it would be nice to give it a second try, but there's so much stuff out there that you almost feel like, I don't want to waste my time. I've given you 15 minutes.
I think what's disappointing is the thought that there was probably a full room of writers to work on it, and it came out as if I had written it alone on a rushed timeline under the direction of just put a bunch of dick jokes in.
Yeah.
It felt like it was like that's what she said through the whole fucking show.
Variations on a theme. That's what she said.
And just like, I mean, okay, they can be funny sometimes when they're kind of out of the blue or whatever,
yeah,
and there's
exactly.
other things going on in
Right.
play, but you can't just pull out all these ancient crass jokes and just, they aren't automatically funny.
Yeah. I mean, I love animation. I love clay animation or just like, I love cartoon animation, but I really love like puppets or clay or I really love that shit. And I was like, we got to turn this shit off. This is too easy. It's
The writing
like
was just
high
crap.
school, but there are some smart high schoolers. So it was not, yeah, it was like, I mean, I don't hate Seth Rogen like you do, but it was like he wrote it. I feel like there was someone who had a lot of clout in that room of writers, that theoretical room of writers, who said, no, I think this is what we need to stick with. And then there were a bunch of probably really talented writers who were just like run over because
Yeah, you're
I'm
probably
sure that
right.
with a production
Bulldozed.
like that, there would have been talent. I think we could do something better with this. I mean,
Yeah.
Robot Chicken was not a bunch of dick jokes.
I mean, there were dick jokes in there,
Yeah.
but that's not all it was.
Yeah.
They had tons of things that would have.
So much. They had so much material to work with, partly because it was like more of like a sketch show kind of thing. So I think it is harder to write a 25 or whatever minute narrative, linear kind of narrative because you don't have like that kind of ADD. Like if this doesn't work, we're quickly moving on to the next thing, or it'll work for some people, but not for others.
Yeah.
But you have to sustain this episode, for the story. But I still felt like it was just lazy. It was disappointing because you're like, this could be so cool with the animation. And
It's just like Matt
Just lazy.
Groening's show,
yeah,
Disenchanted. It's like the
Yeah.
animation's so nice. They spent a lot of time and money on the storyboarding and on the character design and on everything, but the writing is just like, come on, it's all so predictable and like, how out of touch are your writers?
yeah.
Really?
Well, and you kind of want to know, is it complacency because you have this success and popularity, and I don't know if they're working with the same writers or what, or there's some other slight difference that made it not quite come together.
They may have overseen the project and then just the writing got out of their, out of control, or they just kind of let things slide.
But then I thought maybe we're just super picky, or it just wasn't our cup of tea because my sister loved it. Like she's like, I've watched it over and over, and she loves a lot of the same stuff we do.
maybe we're kind of jaded.
I think a little bit. I feel like we've been under kind of some stress and strain a little bit.
And my left nostril is plugged, so I'm like trying not to sniff.
Well, that right there is just. I was just because I was talking about the stuff with the house and just like
yeah.
family kind of living situation, and then you're like, and my left nostril. Let me tell you,
It's just been driving me crazy because
know.
I'm trying not to sniff on the microphone, but it's
That's
like it's plugged.
I don't think it's been an issue. Well, when you do that, for sure.
Sorry,
Oh,
that was the both of us.
you're well. Synchronized burping.
Yeah, but we've been under stress, and
We are.
I'm just not feeling for some reason today.
That's okay. I think you've been on. I think you've been. We had a good convo. It's been like
You're
an
sweet.
hour. I think we start to peter out.
I just haven't
At
been
about an hour.
entertaining.
I think you have been. Just because we're not like making jokes and burping the whole time, doing that highbrow shit doesn't mean that it's not entertaining.
Which I don't know if burping is really very funny.
Joke.
We should probably stop. We should probably stop. But these fucking LaCroix,
Mistake.
they make me gassy from the top part of my body.
Ah,
From the top.
thank you for clarifying. Safety. You're just over there. Safety. 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 Infinity. So you're gonna continue. Okay. I had a thought.
Well, I'm parched. What do you want me to do?
Suck it up, soldier. So we've been under some strain with some potential build issues. We think we have opportunities, then we kind of get these setbacks. So it's just a bit stressful. I think Brandon and I are both. I'm a highly sensitive person. I wouldn't necessarily categorize you as that, but we have some anxiety.
I get anxiety very easily.
So we both, like, I know, like in Katati, we led a pretty simple existence. And I actually read my horoscope the other day, which I don't normally do. Someone posted a thing, or just like, or it wasn't a horoscope. It was like aspects of being a Sagittarius. And it was like pursuing the simple life. And I was like, that is absolutely me. I can't handle a lot of stuff going on. I want, like, when my weekends are here, I pretty much want nothing on the books for the weekend. And that makes me happy. If I got a thing, like I got a wedding to go to, oh my God, That's
so funny because maybe I'm also a Sagittarius.
I don't think you are. But actually,
I know that was a joke.
Oh.
Just because I'm the same way.
Could you give me a signal next time, like pull in your ear or a little wink? A little winky wink?
No, you're not going to get that from me. Anyway,
That's definitely not a Sagittarius behavior.
I like the simple life,
we're not
too.
jerks. Yeah.
Really?
I think we go to...
I like the simple life, too. I don't like a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I'm like a slug. Give me one thing at a time.
I think I denied that part of myself, and I probably kind of medicated with like alcohol and pot and stuff like that. But then when I got with you, it was like I could really sink into that. Like, you don't gotta do it. It's very
I don't
much,
expect you to do anything.
Oh, I know you don't. It's very much a relief, though, because kind of having the upbringing of a type A personality for a parent, and then being in a relationship for 13 years with kind of a type A type person who would like get up and be like running through to-do lists, and I'm like, you can't give me like
get
a
away
to-do
from
list
me
for all the errands we need to run. You have to ease me into the day. I just need to know that, like, if I want, I can do nothing. And then if I know that I can do nothing, I'm like, oh, cool, maybe I'll do a thing.
Yeah.
But I have to kind of have this at least illusion that I have freedom.
Yeah, otherwise you dig your heels in. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Like, I'll have like a big day ahead of me of like just errands and crap that I don't want to do. And my body will just be like, nope, you are staying in bed until the very last second, until you've got to get up and go.
And then you're going to be even more anxious because you're going to be rushing.
Yeah. But, that's...
Yeah.
It's easily overwhelmed. I mean, I can handle a lot of like work stuff if it's fairly easily quantifiable. But if I've got just like a ton of shit going on, I can't handle it. I'm not type A at all.
Well, what's nice about you having a lot of work stuff potentially is you can surround yourself in other ways in your environment with pleasant things. You can put your preferred music on. You can make nice food for yourself. You can have a bubbly water, or you know what I mean? Like, you can wear your pajamas all day. I think that makes a huge difference. So then the unpleasant thing that you have to do, which is maybe a project that you are working on that you're not super into, I think it makes it a lot more bearable. And that's why working from home, I'm not super still thrilled with the work or the dynamic of, basically having to do what someone else tells me to do, and I'm not super into it, and I've kind of been doing it for a lot of years. But if I can put something on in the background, like a YouTube that makes me laugh or just makes me feel like comfort, or like a Futurama or whatever it is, it makes it so much more bearable. It makes me feel like there's a little bit of freedom in my day. And on that note, folks, I don't know.
What's happening?
I don't know. I was going to try to like cleverly wrap it up.
Oh.
Do you want to do a plug for LaCroix?
Not really. I mean, they're good.
Yeah. I actually prefer
We're not
bubbly.
sponsored by them, so
I know. Thank you for reminding me.
do you want to be? I mean,
I think I'd prefer
I don't know
bubbly.
if we could
I'd
get
prefer
a sponsorship
by
because
bubbly. Because we just knocked him?
no, because we have like 9 listeners.
But someday it'll be 999. I don't know.
I think we need even more than that.
Fuck it. Let's give up. This is stupid. I'm just kidding. It's just fun to talk. Like pretend we're like on a radio show because we got our little filters. Like,
Yeah.
you know? It's just
Yeah.
like there's something very satisfying and also like ego feeding about like even if no one's listening, this setup makes it feel like someone's listening and we got shit to say.
Mhm.
You know? And you're gonna fucking listen to the important shit I got to say. LaCroix,
Wow. Jeez.
you're pretty good. But
Yours-
bubbly, you're better.
She's not usually this aggressive.
I'm just kidding. I'm not really aggressive. I just wore myself out.
And she's tired now. This is what she does. She'll like what?
I burn hard and fast and then I peter out.
Yeah, it's like at night you'll have a Peach. You'll have a PG Tips British tea. Mm-hmm. And you'll just get this like burst of energy and I can't handle it. And
I
it's
think
like
even at night it doesn't give me a burst of energy. I'm like just still out after
but
that.
what I'm saying is like I get this barrage from you and then you're just out
Here in my barrage.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here in my barrage.
Now there's a sponsorship we're gonna get one day because we've
My
mentioned
Lamborghini.
PG Tips enough times that I think we've earned it now.
Yeah, PG
So
Tips
get
is
on
really
board
good.
with us, monkey. You monkey loving freaks. We love your tea. Not that you need help because you're like a worldwide awesome brand, but
Right.
like, I have
But if you
serious
want-
affection for
if
this
you
company.
potentially want 9 more customers, send a check this way
Even if you don't,
for $9.
we'll give it to you for free. We love PG Tips.
I don't
So
even know
try
how
it.
sponsorships work.
I don't either. We're so lame. So put the tea bag in. So you can even order them online. Put a tea bag in.
Are you explaining how to make tea right now?
Pour the boiling water in. Stir it around for a bit. I'd say let it steep. If you're a newbie, maybe don't let it steep for
So
like
wait. I think
45 seconds.
no. Wait. I think you have to preface this with like your experience in with British culture.
I feel like I've done that in a previous episode. So
Oh,
if
have
you
you?
haven't listened, tough shit. You got to go back and listen to the other ones.
Don't do that.
I'm just
Don't be that
kidding.
person.
I'm just
Oh, okay.
kidding.
I can't
So
tell
yeah,
you.
no. So okay. So I have been an Anglophile for a lot of years. My mom's boyfriend Pete. They've been together for years. He's
British?
English.
Okay. Is
He's
it
been
English
here for a
or
long
British?
time. We've been over
mean,
this.
it's both,
It's
right?
English. To
Oh.
Americans, it's British. To English people, it's like no. Because when my
'Cause
ex,
British is
when
the
I met
British
my ex, I
Isles.
said, "Oh, you're British, right?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm English." Yeah, because he's not Scottish, he's not Irish, he's not Welsh, he's English. So
But isn't it like a catch-all? Sort of like I'm American. Oh, but I'm Californian. But I'm
think
American.
I think it is if you don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think exactly. If the person doesn't know, they just label it. But really, I should have known English. But I always just thought of English.
But he could
as
have been
being
Welsh. I mean,
the language.
unless you spoke to him a lot.
I guess
and
I
you
just
were like,
never
oh,
thought that they referred to themselves as English for some
There's
reason,
that
even though it's
accent.
England. What? Did I do it?
no.
Oh, so he introduced. Actually, I had a friend years ago who I think had some English family members, and she said, "Oh, this is the best way to drink tea." And I was like, "You're fucking crazy! You're putting milk in your tea. That's disgusting. You hag! Get away from me!"
Whoa.
I didn't really. She was kind of off though, so I did a little bit dismiss it as like, "You pretentious, whatever." So then I met my ex, who's actually the nephew of my mom's longtime boyfriend, and he's from England, obviously. And I
Keeping
always
it in the family.
gross. So, but I always loved English shows and like, just kind of obsessed. But so I think we would drink Tetley's and then we kind of discovered, or he rediscovered PG Tips, which is my favorite. And,
It's the tips of the leaves.
totally. So you put the tea bag in the cup, which is my way of making it. I don't know. Maybe sometimes people put it in after. It's very different if you nuke it, don't nuke it. Pour the boiling water over it. Let it steep.
Not boiling. You wait for the
You wait
boiling
for a little
to
bit, yeah.
stop.
Yeah, but sometimes if I'm impatient, I don't wait.
If you're going to be like one of those scientists about it.
Oh my gosh, which I'm not. But I let it steep for like a minute
2 minutes
because
a
it's
minute.
pretty strong for me, and I have a kind of sensitive nervous system. And then I actually do prefer the sugar to the honey. I'll drink honey in my coffee, but I really like sugar in my tea.
I love honey in the peachy tips.
I kind of, every time I go back to sugar, I go, this is superior. So superior. So it's like a teaspoon or maybe a teaspoon
Wow, that was like
and
a
a
Donald
half.
Trump impression.
Oh, don't.
This is clearly
Don't
superior.
you dare. What the hell's wrong with my brain? So you put like a teaspoon or a teaspoon and a half. No, maybe more than that. I don't know. Like a teaspoon that's like a spoon that you eat with. I don't know. Just test it out.
Hold on 1 second. I think you can just say teaspoon.
But I think it's actually more than a teaspoon because a teaspoon's tiny. Start with a teaspoon and then taste test it and add more if you need it. Some people will like it sweeter. I use like, it's not a serving spoon, but it's like the smaller spoon of a set of silverware.
You're really getting into the nitty gritty.
You told me to tell them how to make it.
Okay.
Anyway, so you put that in. And then you do like maybe a couple teaspoons of, I prefer 2% milk. I think anything heavier than that, because I've had to make do with half and half before, not as good.
I had that. That was disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Do not put
but
half
also
and half
1%
in tea.
or non-fat. No fucking way. I'd rather go without 2% milk.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, we only drink 2% milk anyway.
What's wrong with the 1%?
It's just too watery. I could maybe actually do with 1%, but
Doesn't
I really
it just
prefer
taste
the
like
2%.
there's less milk in it?
It's different. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. That is my perfect, and then you don't want it too milky because then you're just really getting the milk taste with a hint of tea. And oh my gosh, it's so good. And then you dip McVitie's
Biscuits.
digestive or a chocolate hobnob, even better.
Pretty damn good.
So good.
I will admit it. I was
wish I could
skeptical
have
at first.
5 cups a day, but my limit is like 2, maybe 3 on like a really got to stay hydrated though.
I get itchy and rashy.
Yeah, I do get itchy.
I don't like it.
I don't
So
like.
I
don't like it.
I just have a watered down one.
Mm-hmm.
I put the bag in for like not even.
I can't. Yeah,
I put
have
the
to
bag
have
in for like
strong-
5 seconds.
Even if it's making my hand shake later and I'm getting a bit itchy and
You're
twitchy.
so weird. I can't.
So tasty. It tastes the best.
It doesn't matter if it tastes the best.
I got this
If you're-
monkey on my back. Get it?
If it's
Monkey. I got monkey
What are
from
you
PG
doing,
Tips
monkey?
on my back. Get it? Because it's like an addiction. You got a monkey on your back.
Yeah, I got it.
You
the
weren't
sock monkey.
acknowledging me,
I was trying to do
but you weren't like laughing.
what's his
genuinely.
name? Vegas's
Vegas.
voice, even though I did a terrible job
No,
at
you
it.
do. Were all right.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. So you make the tea, you drink the
How's
tea.
your balls?
Fine.
I can cut that if you want.
You want to see him?
Sure.
You want to
I
sniff
want to
him?
see your batch. Whoa, that's really rude for you. It's different when it's coming from me, but when it's coming from you, it's like, whoa, bro.
You're weird.
Moving on, carry on.
I think that drink is getting to you, maybe.
I'm sober as a troll.
See, there it is.
I'm sober as a, what's sober? What's an animal or
All animals, usually. Except for
way to throw
those
that in my face?
except for those lemurs or something that like chew on centipedes.
Or the squirrels who eat fermented fruit or something?
Yeah. Rotten pumpkins, rotten old Halloween pumpkins that have fermented.
That poor squirrel.
Getting drunk. Trying to climb a tree, but with its head
That was
back.
so sad.
It's funny that like effect happens to people and animals of having your head back. Like, it's like you're in a wind tunnel. Like that guy that goes into the store and tries to buy more alcohol, but he's like looking like he's in a wind tunnel the whole time.
I was just thinking of the guy on the fence.
Oh yeah, him too. He
fucking
was leaning
guy.
back too. Something about leaning back when you're
Just
drunk.
messes with your inner ear.
Yeah. And he falls on that fence. Oh my gosh, if you want to see the
I
funniest
should
video.
link that in the description. Can I do that? It's just like a
Yeah,
YouTube or
I don't see why not.
so funny.
These are some of the funniest. Those two are
Oh, God.
are so funny. Watching that guy fall down into that fence.
Because he just looks so like placidly just content. Like,
Well, and he lays the fence down.
yeah.
I mean, you don't expect it. And the guy in the car is like scream laughing because I think he didn't expect it either.
I don't think anyone did.
And the guy in the convenience store trying to buy more beer even though you can't even stand. And there's a point where he's on the ground for like 5 minutes, just like a turtle, stuck on his back. Like, it's pretty amazing. And then when he's walking out and he's like, I don't really want to ruin it, but it's so funny.
It's
the
fine.
way
I still don't think it'll ruin it.
he's walking out and he starts losing his balance and like gets that wind tunnel feeling again where he starts like getting his head starts flying back. And so he's falling backwards and he's grabbing for something blindly. Oops.
Like you just did?
I'm miming it for some reason.
It's fine.
And he's grabbing for something to hold on to and he grabs like this this bowl of candy or something and dumps it on himself and falls, like rams his back into a counter or something or into an aisle.
It reminds me of those babies or toddlers trying to drink out of a cup and they just like waterboard themselves with the contents.
Or watching a baby try to
You
pour
revert.
milk.
Yeah, you just revert.
My gosh.
All your motor functions gone.
I mean, I get it.
That should be your sign.
I get being drunk, but what are you doing trying to buy more beer?
Right?
Just lay down and go to sleep.
Take a nap.
Yeah. Do what your body is pleading you to do.
Uh-huh. Take a break. Go throw up.
Yeah.
Pound some water.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the human race.
We're
You know?
pretty special.
Yeah.
We are pretty special.
Pretty
Tenacious.
fucking special. Yeah. That was tenacity, for sure.
He's like, I'm getting this beer,
Come hell or
whether
high
it
water.
kills me or not.
You gotta admire that kind of determination.
kinda
We should
do a
all be
little
like
bit.
that.
Yeah. I mean, he was on his back in that aisle,
Turtling it.
turtling it.
Gotta
for
have
like
my beer.
5 minutes, and he still was like, nope, I'm carrying this beer to the counter. They're gonna sell it to me.
Yeah.
That's probably the funniest part, is that he thought that they would sell it to him.
Well, yeah, I mean, probably our laws, depending on where he was, if he was in the States, they shouldn't be.
It looked like the States. I don't
'Cause
know,
I
just
think
the way
in
the people looked.
California, I think you can be criminally liable if you sell to someone who's so clearly inebriated.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Well, and how did he get to the store, I wonder?
Oh, I'm sure I hope he walked.
I don't think he could have driven like that.
But how did he walk
yeah, how
when
did he
constantly be
walk?
being blown backwards?
Well, it's just like that Australian guy that falls into the fence. It's like the way he was walking, I think, is just like laser focus on what he was doing.
Yeah.
But then these two guys in this car stop and go, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" And
Distracted.
and he looks to
Yeah.
the left, and that's when it all goes wrong.
Uh-huh.
Like, you have just ruined me right
It's
now.
like if you catch a ballerina doing their twirls because they're supposed to like fix on the same spot every time they come around.
Oh yeah.
And then they go, "Hey, ballerina," and they're like, "Huh?" Ah! Like that. Yeah, you don't do that.
You've doomed me.
Yeah, and that fence.
Yeah, so fucking funny the way that fence
really
flattens
good.
out underneath him.
I'll have to link that for
Oh my
our 9
gosh.
subscribers to enjoy.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want to do? You want to practice like a new sign off or something, or just tell these guys to piss off? I'm just
Why
kidding.
would you do that?
I'm joking.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I
All right.
can't right now with you.
You can't handle my energy. All right. People, we will catch you on the flip side, or the otherwise known as the next episode. You close.
You just did though.
Just do it. Do a thing.
Bye. How's that?
Perfect.
Goodbye.
Perfect.
Thank you all for watching.
They're not watching.
Thank you all for listening.
We do not want this sickness